Yo, 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 yo. I got hardcore here, which is why I always start like this. Thanks, man.
Yo.
Yo. Okay, sorry I'm like 2 hours late. This was entirely out of my hands. Also, sorry I didn't actually make like a social media post about why as such. But yeah, basically, you remember the other week, I think it was last week, I was saying I was ending my stream exactly at 1 p.m. because we had like heating company come to look at our smart meter. Well, they cancelled on us on that appointment and they rearranged to today. However, they rearranged exactly to when my morning stream would be. Which yeah, mum, I don't expect mum to memorize my schedule, but this was an occasion where she did not. So yeah.
It's not like it really matters, does it?
You know what? I'm just glad it was a Friday. I think on another day it would irk me more. But yeah. A Friday. Yeah,
Well,
you're right. It's a more chill, casual thing.
Well, on the upside, at least it's all sorted now. And even if it was on another day, at least you know everything is as it should be. So you know there's no issue.
Listen, I mean, don't fingers crossed. I hope you haven't just jinxed us. They say everything should be fine now. We're gonna see what happens. It does seem to be working, to the engineer's credit. So thank you. I'm afraid I didn't get his name, but thank you. Right,
Mr.
Fight
Engineer
Lounge.
person.
Yeah, yeah. Big ups to British Gas. Yeah. They're not sponsoring me.
Yeah, maybe don't. Like, no.
No, to be fair, like, I mean, again, hopefully we're sorted now. It has been a saga of multiple cancelled appointments and engineers not knowing what the problem was, and then them having to send out other engineers that, more training and all that stuff. It has been a saga. I'm in Europe 10002. Not that you need that information, I know.
What was the problem?
You know what? I still don't know. I think it literally was one of those occasions where the equipment that they fitted, the only logical explanation I could come up with is that it must have been faulty. Because, yeah, the thing is, the equipment's been replaced like, I think several times. Like, you know how when it comes to fixing these things, oh, Lily cabinet, there you go. Sorry, it's over here. Oh, you want to go to the Ask a Cab? Okay.
Can be nuts.
Oh my gosh, yeah. The last Tekken Fighter Friday without Lydia, guys.
I'm not talking to you. You have your main back. I hate you.
Yeah, in other news, Hardcore officially retires from Tekken 8 on the 22nd of July, 2024. And he's going to instead just be a Last of Us and Plague Tale streamer. That's all he's gonna do. Yeah, if it's got any kind of disease, does that mean you're gonna like revisit Resident Evil with the T virus? I personally think that Resident Evil 4 is the one, because I mean, you saw my playthrough. That UI is ripped straight out of Last of Us Part 1. Although, here's the thing though, it's actually the other way around. The Naughty Dog team were inspired by the original 2005
nice
RE4. I mean, you can kind of see it. If you look at both games, you can kind of see it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a game or franchise that really interests me. Like, I'll watch people play it, fine, but...
Like I told you when you were actually watching my playthrough, and it wouldn't surprise me if you've long since forgot this, because you were there, but in RE4 Remake, you can rotate the map, meaning that the biggest friction point you had
it just doesn't...
fixed.
It's not a series that really interests me, so I'm not gonna bother.
See, I don't get it, because Plague Tale, like, both have combat. So, you know what I mean? Is it like, yeah, I don't, because they have a lot of similarities in their presentation, and yeah, I get that the stories are different, true, but like, yeah, I don't get like, yeah. RE4's like one of the best games. I mean, even Maximilian says so. Like, you know, it's one of his favorites. I think he puts it in his top 3 or something like that. It is a series that's kind of changed a lot over the years too, so it's one of those things where like, I'd understand you not liking 1, 2, and 3 because like no rotate map, can't move while shooting. You know, a lot of these things in modern RE is changed, right? To the point where they have, you know, fans that like the modern ones but don't like the old ones and vice versa.
Yes.
I gotta be honest, I was surprised, you know, when you told me, like, found new game, like, because he texted me this morning, chat. I was like, yeah, no, I see what you've been playing. I'm really surprised because I'm like, how the hell are you using that slingshot effectively? Right? Because I know the game, right? I know what you have to do, and I'm like, okay. Hardcore playing that, I just would not have expected it, right? And I can't believe you're taking gaming advice from a Reddit thread when your boy has been so correct about so many recommendations in the past. What the hell, man?
You never mentioned the Plague Tale to me before.
I don't know what to mention to you because you don't really play game. Like, yeah, you did for a while, and now you're a PC master. So I don't know what you want. Like, yeah, it's. Yeah, so I mean, here's the thing. You will have already seen some Plague Tale because Rainbow played it, and I'm pretty sure you were there in parts.
I can't remember that, so yeah.
And you were probably like, yeah, I don't know if it's for me back then. Like, yeah. I'll have to check the VODs. I've got them. But I mean, I get it, man. It's like initially you didn't want to touch Cyberpunk. Eventually you did, and you completed it 100%. Even I haven't done that yet. So, I don't know, man. Maybe you just need it to be the right phase of the moon, and RE4 will just be the best thing since sliced bread.
Perhaps.
I mean, tastes do change. I've seen it happen myself. You know. I would definitely say though, only play the remake and not the OG, because the OG was like accessibility. What is that? Like, But no, I'm glad you've been enjoying like more things, because yeah, the games industry is a very interesting and exciting one. It's like, even like, you know, probably I wouldn't blame anyone for thinking that I'm a PlayStation fanboy because of what I predominantly put game on and stuff. But I do want to say this: Microsoft have a great 2024 lineup. Indiana Jones, if I had an Xbox, I would play it. Perfect Dark, I would play it. Obviously Hellblade 2, it's out, I would play it. Flight Simulator 2024, I'm all over that. You know, the new Gears of War game, looking fantastic. So I don't really get the whole like Xbox has no games argument. I sort of understood it, but like based on what they've announced like for this year, they've kind of addressed that problem head on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's great to see. To be honest, it's actually kind of Sony that have been a bit quiet, right? obviously they got Concord out in August, but before that, their last release was Helldivers 2. That's a few months back now. And before Helldivers 2, what was it? Can't even remember. Obviously, they've been bringing their stuff to PC, so... Yeah, what was the last Sony release before Helldivers? And did I buy it? I'm actually blanking right now. I think they were riding the wave that Square Enix gave them with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, right? Because that was the big February release. But that's not a Sony game, and I really can't remember. What was the one? I cannot remember, man. And you probably can't remember because you haven't really been playing console as much. Ironically, now that you've got a big TV, I can't believe all it took was a bigger screen. And now he's a console gamer again. Maybe you should have had a bigger screen all along. Big screens are great, man.
I did have a big screen back when, but
screens, I cannot lie.
Yes.
I understand the whole tiny screen, you know, because you're so close to it with a PC and like, you know, dual monitor setups. But when I look at it, like actually take a step back and look at it and you compare it to a really big immersive TV, I'm always going to choose the TV over like squinting over like a 23-inch or 40, you know.
The only time like smaller screens are good, I think, is if you're playing in a competition, i.e. Evo.
Yeah.
Because they're built for things like that.
I mean, the nice thing about a small screen is that you can look at the whole thing without moving your head, but even my 43-inch TV, I can see the whole thing without moving my head. I'm sure my eyes are moving, sure, but I'm not moving my head to look at any corner of it. So, and to me, that's how you know if you've got a TV that's too big. If you have to move your head to see part of it. I would say the same about a widescreen PC monitor. If you actually have to move your head to see part of it, you're just going to end up with neck pain. You know? Either that or really strong neck muscles. By the way, thank you for the games. I should have said that right up front. But yeah. I really appreciate it, man. It's always a pleasure to play you. And indeed, you are playing well.
No.
This is, of course, no surprise to me.
I'm not, though.
Well,
I know what me playing well looks like. This is not it.
Just blame Amicia and Hugo, right?
Yeah.
Hugo is the cutest, is he not?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
You should. Okay.
It's okay, man. It's okay. I'm not gonna play Eddie anymore. That's the good news. The bad news is that I'm playing someone I like even more. Very soon. I cannot wait, man. Basically, Tekken's gonna come back most nights because even if people are busy, like if no one was to play, I'll be ranking. If people want to play, I'll play them. And if I hit a wall, the thing is, like, even beyond, like Lydia's gonna be a harder character than Eddie to play, for sure, right? I'm pretty confident that that's gonna be true. But it's a bit like you with Lucky Chloe, because I love the character, like, I actually, you know, think she's a cool character, and obviously, like, the fact that we have the whole kind of, like, a link to Poland. I mean, obviously she is Polish, I'm only a quarter Polish. Like, she is just literally the character I want to play now. And yeah, I'm just gonna, even if it's difficult, I'll stick with her. Because here's the thing, when I was first playing Tekken, like, and I mean like first playing it, all of it was difficult. You know what I mean? Tekken 2 was my first fighting game, and I don't know when I started blocking, but it wasn't right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, what a trade. Yes!
I'm gonna change character.
Oh, thanks to Sophia, and hope you enjoy your shower as well. Thanks for popping in. Sorry I was late, but yeah, I had like a appointment thing that I had no control over the timing of.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, by the way, we are gonna have to do a Lydia Reyna match together, because they actually have a special intro, and I like it.
Okay.
Have you not seen it?
No.
Oh, it's in the trailer. It's really good. But yes, hope you are feeling refreshed after your shower. See you in a bit, and thank you for popping by.
Get ready for the next battle.
Honestly, the game I'm kind of obsessed with at the minute, as you know, is Darkest Dungeon 2. I've really been enjoying that game so much. It's great. Actually, completing an expedition the other day, though, now makes me want to go back to the first game and actually see if I can do that. So yeah, we might be playing the series in the opposite order, but that might happen. I might wait till I have my Mac before I go back to the first one. You wanna know why? Because like the Steam version has multiplayer on the first game, and that will probably be very interesting. Optional multiplayer, but multiplayer nonetheless. Basically like you make a band of heroes, someone else makes a band of heroes, and you kind of fight to the death type thing in the stressful turn-based combat of Darkest Dungeon. Oh shit. Yes! Oh, damn it, I can't. Yeah. Go!
I love the radio, it's so sick.
It's great. I think what messes people up about it is like if they see Elisa Radar, there's a huge portion of the player base that are still ducking and I'm wondering why they're hit. It's like you have to block high on this one.
Although I play Lily better than the rest of the cast, I still don't feel like she's my character.
I know what you mean, man. Yeah, I'm the same. This is how I feel about Eddie. I probably play the best with Eddie, but I want to play Lydia.
Oh, fuck off! I keep forgetting she's got stupid taunts.
Yeah, and that's why I don't play like her and stuff.
Jesus Christ.
I do love Elisa's animations though.
They are very well done.
Like that throw is so cool. Like the throw with the 3 rocket dashes, very cool. Wow, that was awesome. Oh man. Okay. Ow. Nice jab. I'm over dead. That was the perfect amount of damage, man.
Oh, I can do it.
You could not. You could not hit me.
No, I'm dead.
See, here's the thing. I know you're gonna immediately hit heat smash after the heat burst, so I just block now. After I see you activate the burst, I literally just block. Because you never, yeah, I will be, I'm gonna like, you know, I'll be, I don't know, maybe if you do it in a match that isn't against me and I'm spectating and I take a swig of my, if you wait when I'm doing this, before you activate the heat burst, and then you do nothing, I'm gonna be like, like, yeah. Whereas if you're playing me, I'm gonna be like, what the hell just happened? You know, if you actually use the timer to do like a jab or a kick and, you know, get some chip damage on like how I use it, then I'll just be shocked, man.
I do it some, like in ranked I do it. No.
Well, okay. Treat me like a promo match. Because I don't, I mean, it's funny, right? Because in Lydia's dev stream, they did, like, Nakatsu, right? The game director. He recommended when you activate Heat Burst with Lydia that you immediately Heat Smash, because basically even if her Heat Smash is blocked, she goes into having a nerf stance automatically and then gets a stack of whatever they're calling that symbol by her heat gauge. I've heard Marcus call it medals because mechanically it's working similar to Manon's medal system in Street Fighter 6, whereby once Lydia gains one, it's not reset at the end of the match, end of the round. It goes for the whole match. And what it actually basically gives her is the fact that when she goes into heat in like subsequent rounds, her heat timer takes longer to burn out. So she gets in a way more deadly as the fight goes on, which I think is interesting.
Yeah.
So she might actually be something of a comeback queen, Lydia. Especially in like, you know, tournament things where it is like best of 5, you know, in a game, and then
Yeah.
because in 5 rounds, I reckon it will be pretty easy to get those three stacks. Oh, nice. Listo. Boom! You know what's really good about you swapping around the cast like this? Because I don't play all the matchups all that often, and obviously everybody plays any character differently. Like, I don't know what to expect from you.
Round 1. Fight.
But yeah, this is kind of where all the lucky Chloe mains kind of went, as Usana, right? That decided to still give this game a shot at least.
Yep.
And it makes sense because she does have like the, you know, strings where like, you know, she's doing little low kicks while still standing, you know, not crouching, and so she's got the little footstep combos. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah. We were playing there was very difficult for somebody whose left hand isn't very functional though.
Yeah. I feel like she's a cross between Lucky Chloe and Josie. I feel like they kind of tried to merge those two characters' movesets. But I mean, what she did there was straight up like a King or Marduk type thing, right? With that throw and arm break. Like, so
Yeah.
it really is kind of like a mixed martial art, like almost like, I don't know. There a bit of jiu-jitsu in there, like it's interesting. But she really does seem to fight like an MMA fighter, you know?
He is an MMA fighter.
Yeah. Damn it, I messed up.
Final round. Fight.
Nice block. I'll take that trade. I'll take that trade all day.
Get ready for the next battle.
Eddie, I'd love to say I'm gonna miss you, man. But I see. Here's the thing. I like the character. This is my favorite version of Eddie there's ever been, for sure. I mean, Lydia's coming. So yeah, I get it, man. And so it's like season 2. Come on, Lucky Chloe, make it happen, Harada. I'll email Harada for you. How about that?
It's not gonna happen, but
I mean, I've got to be honest. I didn't expect. I didn't expect there to be Devil Jin in this one, and that happened.
Get ready for the next battle.
You know, I didn't expect Jun. That's a good point. Yeah, I didn't expect Jun.
Round 1. Fight.
I didn't expect another character with a sword other than Yoshimitsu, and we got Victor. Oh wow. I'm sorry, I just stole from you. I'm sorry. Yeah.
oh, it's fine.
That was daylight robbery. Hold up, you're healing every time you do the glow. Oh. Wait, can you heal like promo damage or just white life? Can you do
Like,
the can you just do the stand there thing? So white life. Ah, only white life. Okay. So sorry, that was probably really mean of me. Okay. So she can get rid of, she can be like, I don't want no chips. I want mashed potato. She gets rid of her chips. Yeah, it doesn't heal permanently. That's the thing, because with the health bar changes, right? Nobody, like even Yoshi, can't heal permanent damage anymore in like the oh, what's it called? The meditation thing.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah, he can only, I think that is literally what it's called. But yeah, he can only heal chip damage. The alpaca's in the back. I know, Florence, right? I know. Welcome to the other game that I'm obsessed with. I have been obsessed with far longer. Tekken! I'm very excited because my main character that I like to play is being added to Tekken 8 on the 23rd. And yeah. I am super excited. So you're gonna actually probably see like from the 23rd onwards, you'll probably see me stream twice a day, but I don't know how long. I'll probably still give myself a couple of days off somewhere, like most likely Mondays. I don't know, I'll see. We'll figure it out. But needless to say, I will take care of myself and make sure that I don't burn myself out with stuff. But I mean, streaming Tekken doesn't even seem like hard work, right? Because I love this game so much. But to be fair, streaming any game, it's not really hard work. Games are meant to be fun. Then it's got to rest. Oh, don't worry, I do. I do. As I said, I check out the alpaca behind the fence there, though, with the kind of the rag around their neck, and they're literally just watching the fight, like, oh, what's going on over here? Sorry, dude. Boom. But yeah, I love the one that's behind the fence, just like watching the game. There they are. What's up, dude? I went low, man.
Yep.
So fashion. Yeah. We're not done with Darkest Dungeon 2, by the way, but we might be done with it for a little bit because there's a lot of stuff coming up that I want to also stream. You know, playthroughs I've started, but one must finish. You alright, dude? What's up?
Nothing. I just couldn't make a decision.
Interested to see what's next. Well, the list of stuff I've got unfinished is ridiculous. So I play a lot of Diablo 4. We need to get to like level 100 with the Necromancer before the 6th of August. Staying on the action RPG theme, one playthrough that I'm definitely going to be doing, there was a live stream about it last night. I'm going to be returning to Path of Exile 1 to do a full playthrough of it. It will be my second playthrough that I've streamed. And we're going to basically play during the newly announced Settlers of Calgary League, where we build a town hardcore. Like, we kill demons, you know, in your typical, you know, action RPG style. We're collecting like materials like your bricks and blah, you know, that the monsters are guarding. And we're literally constructing a new town in an action RPG. Like, that sounds pretty awesome, to be fair. And you employ workers and you have to pay them and keep them alive. So it's basically a game within a game. And I'm excited for it.
That was actually an optimal combo. Holy shit.
Headbutt. Reina used headbutt. Highly effective. Oh my god. You see her rolling on the floor. I don't know where I was going with that. No! I will not! I'm not really into that. It's not my thing. I barely know you. I said no. I can't. I have metal work in my spine. I literally can't lean forward. This is my bow. It's pitiful. I cannot bend in the middle.
Final round. Fight.
Above my hips. Which, let me tell ya, when I had my back surgery, I got an awesome scar, by the way, right? The most painful thing after my back surgery that I had, sneezing. Oh my god. For like, I want to say at least 3 weeks, sneezing was agonizing. Because you know when you sneeze, like your whole body leans forward? And like, yeah, my brain hadn't got the memo that I can't bend in the middle anymore. Like, yeah. So yeah, for anyone who was unaware, I had a spinal fusion in 2007 because if you haven't noticed, I do lean over a lot. Please feel free to redeem the posture check to keep me sat upright. But yeah, the problem used to be worse, believe it or not. As bad as my posture still is, and I know, it used to be way worse. But essentially, I think that the whole kind of like my back scar and everything is cool, and the spinal fusion, like, you know, my back x-rays look awesome now because I've got all the metal work in there. So I'm basically Wolverine. Let's freaking go. You know, I've got exoskeleton. Let's go, bub.
Oh.
One idea that I did actually go off of, so this is not gonna happen, but like I had the idea to have a zip tattooed at the top of my scar because it literally goes all the way down my back. I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. One, because I have a very low tolerance to pain and I don't think I'd be able to... The tattoo would look a mess because I wouldn't be able to stay still. And then two, I was like, that's a cool idea now. It'll probably look really dumb when I'm 70 or something. So I decided against it.
After this set, I am going to have to go because I'm only sorted on my own, so I've got to go somewhere. So.
No worries, man. I still appreciate the games. Florence Lucy said, that's a cool idea, though. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm 35, right? And that's actually interesting. Like, a few of you, like Florence, are new to the community. I don't know what age you thought I was. I'd be interested to hear. But yeah, I'm 35. I think that add 35 more years to my life, I still think the zip tattoo would end up looking dumb. And wrinkly. GG's, man.
If you're still on when I'm finished, I'll come back. But if not,
cool, man. Yeah, I mean, I'll play a few more. You know, with randoms. We'll see who's playing the Tekken. And actually, Florence, is Tekken something you've played, have considered playing, and then you're like, is it too hard though? Or like, does any of those apply to you? Because I will say, the 8. In particular, has a lot of features to kind of help people get into Tekken. I'm more than happy to show you those. Because I love this game, and I'd love to kind of share, like, the love for it with other people. Like, yeah, I know it is a complicated game. Yeah, all fighting games are tough, right? You have never played Tekken? You know what, Florence? That will help you. Part of why Tekken 8 is so hard for so many is because it's actually the first Tekken that's changed a ton in like over 22 years. Like, Tekken 8 is the most Tekken has changed in 22 years. And by the way, Tekken's existed for 30 years. So, yeah. Would you mind if, like, because I have no one else to fight right now, would you mind if I, like, show you what I mean by some of this stuff and show you some of the features that I've done this before on my stream, you know, back when the game was new. But I'm happy to give you the rundown of, like, what tools there are to help you learn the game if you are interested. So I'm going to go into my gameplay settings and I'm going to actually reset my controls first of all to be like the absolute default. But I will later on go back and set them as they were, and I'll explain why they were, why I have them the way I have them. Because there is a reason. I'll just make a screenshot so that it's easy to remember what they were. Restore default. Oh wow, they have a restore pre. Hey, look at that. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Anyway, yeah, let's go to the default. Okay, go for it. Sweet, thank you. All right. So first of all, in fact, the control settings is a good place to start. Tekken is a game where each limb of the character corresponds to a different button. So obviously I'm playing on the PlayStation version, so square is left punch, triangle's right punch, X is left kick, circle's right kick. At least in the default way to control the game. Now I say it that way because right down here on L1 is something called Special Style. Special Style is a new feature designed for either really new players or players that have struggled with you know, the specific combination of inputs with the game, or people like myself who are disabled and, you know, need an easier way to control the game. So I'm going to demonstrate Special Style, how it works. And then I'm also going to demonstrate a whole slew of other features that Tekken 8 has to help you learn. So we're going to actually go into practice mode for this because a lot of what I want to show you is in there. And actually, I'm going to demonstrate Special Style with a character that I don't even know how to play. In fact, Florence, looking at this screen, who looks interesting to you, I will pick them. Because I think when you're first trying a game, when you have no idea who to choose, then definitely just choose who looks interesting to you. So if you could describe their picture to me, and then I will, I'll choose it. Yeah, but as long as you need to type a response, we're not under a timer on this particular mode, so. The blue man. The blue man. Oh, yes! This is a fan favorite among the Boost Gang. This is Yoshimitsu. And this is a character who... It's very interesting how you picked Yoshi, because Yoshimitsu is also in the Soul Calibur series of fighting games, also made by Namco. But what you should know is that even though Tekken and Soul Calibur are made by the same company, it's still two separate dev teams inside that company. And yeah, Yoshimitsu, despite having a lot of the same moves in both games, the way he performs them is different because the controls are different in both games. And similarly, even though they have the same name and similar backstory, Yoshimitsu is the leader of the Manji clan. The Tekken Yoshimitsu actually has nothing to do with the Soul Calibur Yoshimitsu. But yeah, he's a really cool space ninja, and actually every character's got multiple costumes in the game, plus you can design your own. So the deluxe edition of Tekken came with this gold suit for everybody. But yeah, we'll go with his default Tekken 8 look. And then it doesn't really matter who we go with beyond that, but like if you had to pick a second character, Florence, that wasn't the blue man, who else like interests you? You had Soul Calibur too? Oh nice, Panda Man. Yes. So Panda is female, and Panda is Ling Xiaoyu's pet. Because in Tekken's universe, it's apparently perfectly fine to have a bear as a pet. Kuma belonged to Heihachi, really wants to be Panda his mate. Panda is not interested. So when you get Kuma and Panda together, they have a unique intro before the fight, which is really quite hilarious. What the heck is that, Panda? Oh my goodness. Okay. And then it doesn't really matter where we go. Oh, we're on a boat. Sweet. Alright, so I actually know some moves of Yoshi, but let's pretend I know nothing. So when you press the L1 button or LB on an Xbox controller, you can see that rather than, well, let's just demonstrate the controls the normal way. Right punch, left kick, right kick, right? So you remember what I was saying, how each button basically conforms to a specific limb of the character. You can see when I pressed each button on its own, Yoshi did indeed attack with the limb that matches the button. But what's really cool is that if I press a directional button along with an attack button, the attack changes. So this was back and right punch. And by the way, I say back and forward rather than left and right for this reason. Oh, sorry, hang on a minute. For this reason. When we're swapped sides, it's not very good to explain a move to a player if you say left and right, because the way that the move lists kind of work is that if I was on the other side of the screen, which direction I have to press to get that same move changes. So for example, I pressed left and triangle to do that other attack before on the left side of the screen. But if I press the same buttons now, I get this. But if I press the other directional button and triangle, there's that move again, right? So this is why get used to the idea of back and forward rather than left and right, so that when you're learning moves, it won't matter what side of the screen you're on. So I can now swap, and I know that back and triangle does this. If I swap again, there's back and triangle. You see what I mean? So yeah, that is why as I explain moves, I'm going to be saying back and forward a lot. But on the left hand side of the screen, you can see that I'm inputting either left or right. Anyway, when you have the special style on with L1 or left bumper on Xbox, the controls completely change. So it's no longer about left punch, left kick, right kick anymore. But what's brilliant is that you don't have to remember what the buttons do or know what they do, because it's always going to have it written on screen. So square is a specialty move. Now what's a specialty move? This is the basic way that special style works, is that it's essentially an AI that decides which specific move of your specific character that you've chosen, like it'll try and pick what it thinks is the best thing to do based on the character you've chosen and what direction you've combined with the button. So it actually works a similar way to what I was showing you before, where back and square will do a different move to square on its own, right? This is back and square. This is square on its own. So you still have different moves, if you press a direction with the button or not. But the whole specialty move as a category, like it's basically going to choose from Yoshimitsu's key moves. And notice how I'm just pressing square here, that's all I'm doing. The move will change on its own depending on the scenario. So because Panda was flying through the air, Yoshimitsu didn't do this slash anymore. He changed to something else automatically that he knew would hit. So you can do combos with Yoshimitsu just by pressing square, 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 square. Right? Look at all that damage. 56 damage, 5-hit combo just from pressing the same button over and over and over again. So special style is designed to kind of level the playing field and allow everyone to just enjoy Tekken without having to learn. Don't be scared here. I'm going to show you something scary though. Let's scroll this. Yoshimitsu has 193 moves. (193 individual moves. Or strings, which is like a combination of. Yeah? With special style, you don't need to know any of them. So yeah, square's your specialty moves. But if you wanted to do a combo that knocks your opponent in the air, triangle. If you press that repeatedly, you get air combos. That was all one button. Oh damn, we got ad break. I'll repeat myself a bit, but like, you know what? Let's keep the explanation flowing. And then I'll recap. X is the power crush. I'll demonstrate that in a bit. Actually, we'll come back to that. Circle though, if you want Yoshi to do a low attack, just press circle. You'll notice it says throws there. If you hold back and press circle, it'll do that throw. If you do forward and circle, it just does a low. We got 60 seconds. So the power crush, how's it work? If I get the dummy to do something, I'm gonna practice settings, opponent action, let's do standing block, punishment setting, select from punish list, fast high attack. Okay. Actually, wait, no, let's change this because this isn't working. Punish. Let's try. Let's try. Yeah, we could do that. Okay, welcome back, Florence. So obviously you will have heard me explain about the specialty move thing, right? So I moved on a bit. What I've now set up is like, I'll recap the air combo thing, but I just wanted to demonstrate the X button now of special style. This is Power Crash. Power Crash was added in Tekken 7, and essentially what it is it's a type of attack where even if your opponent is hitting you, if you time a power crush correctly, you are guaranteed to hit back and do damage. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna press X like square for like a jab, or sorry, or triangle for a jab or something. I'll just do any other attack. Panda's gonna try their power crush against me, and as long as I power crush back at the right timing, I'm basically gonna win the exchange. Let me show you what I mean. So that's what happens if I don't press anything. Panda wins. But if we do that knee attack again with triangle and then power crush immediately after, do you see how I absorbed Panda's swipe? Still took some damage. Right? I took some damage, but I was able to then knock Panda down. This is exactly what power crush is for. It's to basically, if your opponent's being really aggressive and you're struggling to get in, a well-timed power crush can help you. And then the other thing that I explained while the ads were going, again, apologies for them, but thank you for watching and supporting. Circle's low attacks. Hang on, let me stop Panda from punishing. So yeah, the practice mode is fantastic because you can customize the training dummy to do whatever you want them to do. But yeah, circles for low attacks. And then if you see how it says slash throws, if I walk backwards and then press circle, we get a throw instead. And then the final buttons of the special style to go over. Heat Burst. Heat Burst powers up your attacks for a while, gives you access to new stuff. But also, in terms of Panda's damage gauge, there's like a white section you can see there. That's called chip damage, which is a new thing in Tekken 8. But essentially, certain attacks, as you can see, can wipe it all out. Now, I apologize for the information overload. Like, what is chip damage? So, what's really quite cool is that they have a screen that explains a lot of this stuff. Recoverable health gauge. So essentially, if you have a bit of white part of your damage bar, in order to refill it, all you have to do is strike back at your opponent. Like, just do attacks. And regardless if your attack hits or is blocked, you will actually be refilling your health up to wherever the white section on Panda's gauge stops. Hopefully you can see at the top of the screen the part of the health bar I'm on about, because it's disappearing very quickly, but I'm on about that white line there, that white section. So yeah, when you do attacks in after the heat burst, every attack you do is doing white damage to your opponent. But the other thing that you can do with heat burst active is you could press R1 again to do a heat smash attack. You could do this once per round. And it's really fast, it beats most things. And so it's another way to like deal with a really aggressive opponent during a round. The final button of special style to know about is that red one. R2, right trigger on Xbox, called a Rage Art. Now, I'm going to ask you to look at the health bar again. It's Panda's one, particularly like, let's see if I can position her. Do you see the butterfly wing, the tip of the wing? There's like a very thin, let's try and position it right. There's a very thin line. Her wings are kind of pointing at it now. Yeah, so when your health is below 30%, which is what that line represents, your health bar will actually glow red like Yoshimitsu's. Because we're in practice mode, I mean, like, Yoshi is in Rage. In Rage, all of your attacks do a bit more damage, but also you get access to the Rage Art move. So this is actually something that wouldn't normally happen until your health is very low in a fight. But you press R2 to do it, and if it lands, it looks very flash. And it does a decent chunk of damage. If we reset the position of the characters though, you'll see it does even more damage in like a combo of some kind. So actually I think it was Yoshimitsu's air combo. So just triangle, 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 triangle. I do believe he uses it, yeah. As you can see there. So special style's really neat in that it kind of, like, depending on the situation that you're in between you and your opponent, it is choosing to use a rage art because the game knows you have rage available. What's really neat is if I take rage away from Yoshimitsu right now in this practice mode, player rage not set, and I press the same triangle, triangle, triangle thing again, we're gonna get a different combo. See? Much shorter. The rage art doesn't happen because it's not available. Yoshi's health is not low enough. So special style takes the guesswork of like what moves to do for new Tekken players, and it literally will just do the best thing that it can based on what you have available. So, you know, if you're in a fight and your health is low and your health bar's red, and you do that same triangle, triangle, triangle thing, rather than that final slash, he does the rage art instead for you because he knows it will do more damage. Right? So, yeah. Special style is literally designed to help new players play Tekken, and rather than learning like, what did I say? 193 moves for a character, boils it down into like each button is a category of moves. So if I wanted to do a low attack, I know to press circle. If I want to do a throw, walk backwards, press circle. If my opponent is striking at me a lot, power crash to absorb that attack and knock him down. If I know I want to knock him into the air, triangle to try and start an air combo. And if I want to attack him a lot but keep him on the ground, then square for the specialty move is the way to go. Now, I've told you a lot about how to attack. Now, we're very quickly going to go over how to defend. So, and it's actually pretty simple. So let's make Panda do something right now. We're going to do standing block and then punish me. And then you just do, let's see. Am I able to say a random thing? Or just, let's do this. Let's do high attack. And then, low attack. Let's do that. Okay. Wait, hang on, wait a minute. Only doing the lot. Oh, that's rude. I have to, oh, okay. It's gonna choose at random. All right. So to block highs or mids, all you have to do is stand and hold backwards, right? Oh, actually, hang on. The reason why I'm getting hit still is because Yoshi's still animated getting to the ground. Hang on, I need to... yeah. I need to use it. I'm gonna turn off special style for this a second. There we go. So you can see, when I crouch, what's really neat is that you beat the high attack, like it goes over you. And if Panda does the low, if I crouch down, I block the low. or I avoid the high. But, if I change Panda's punishment settings a sec to fast mid, me crouching is not going to save me here if Panda decides to do the mid. Right? In order to avoid the mid, I have to stand block. So I'm going to stop Panda doing the low so I can stop guessing. Hold on. If I go not set. Oh god, hang on. Oh, I've turned off the wrong one. Hold on. Not set. Let's make Panda do the mid. Okay, so Panda's gonna block me and then hit me with a mid. As long as I hold backwards, you see how Yoshimitsu's blocking? So I'm not taking any damage. If I walk forward though, I take damage. So yeah, the way that you block in Tekken is that you just walk backwards, or if you want to block a low, you crouch down. As for when to block what, that is the magic of fighting games, right? You have to like take your best guess. Now, here's the thing, and we're gonna get into some advanced topics here. Some moves are really slow. So, okay, I'm gonna direct your attention to the bottom of the screen now, the bottom left. Do you see where it says attack startup frames and 0? And then it said 23 for a few seconds there and then went away. So this kick of Yoshimitsu is 23 frames of animation long. This one is 16. And as you can see underneath, it has frame advantage. -9, -7 is what's going on right now. So what that means is there are 7 frames of animation, or 9, depending on what's actually happening, where I cannot block. So if I do my attack and block, the reason why I'm able to block here is because I'm +4. Yeah, I have frame advantage. And what that means is that if I was to do a punch the same time as Panda, because I'm +4 frames, my punch will come out 4 frames quicker than Panda's. I can't believe we went into frame data so soon, but essentially, like, yeah. I just wanted to answer the question of like, why are you getting hit sometimes even when you try to block? It's because all attacks in this game, and indeed in all fighting games, they all have frames of animation to them. And sometimes your opponent will commit to a move with a lot of animation frames. So if you press any attack button, like a basic punch or a basic kick, where it's shorter, then your attack is going to land, you'll interrupt theirs. Need to go feed your guinea pig? No worries. I will say though that the downside of special style is that you can't choose necessarily the punch or kick that you do. The advantage of learning the game over time and getting comfortable with it and eventually learning the moves of the character that you choose is that rather than having the game choose your attack for you and therefore always get beaten by this mid kick of Panda's, right? Because Yoshimitsu is not able to block after that sword slash, and special style just wants to do that sword slash. The advantage of, you know, eventually learning the game is that you can choose to do a different punch and block it. There you go. You can block the kick. So yeah, but yeah, that's special style in a nutshell. I'm gonna go into another feature now. My replays and tips. Let me know when you're back, Florence. I'm gonna carry on with this explanation though. So this was the last fight that me and Hardcore played together, right?
Get ready for the next battle.
We're gonna watch it back.
Round 1. Fight.
Just your standard replay feature, and get this. It gives you tips. So, it's saying you got thrown there and you could have escaped it. So, what we can do is we can practice So the tip was that if I press 1 at the right time... In fact, let me rewind a bit. Let me rewind. So I know I'm going to be thrown, right? See? I know the throw is coming because it's in the replay. And if I press 1 at the right time, I escape the throw. Which is exactly what the tip told me. Sorry, square, right? I should have said this before. In Tekken, we normally number the buttons. But yeah. Thanks to studying the replay, I now know how to escape that throw. Let's play on. Same again. He grabs me again. It's reminding me of what I should have pressed. Okay, there was no other tips in that round other than I should have broke the throw. Hey, look, I broke the throat. Hey. So we know that when I was grabbed there that last time by Reina, I did actually press square in time. And again, Hardcore froze me again. This time I did not press 1 in time. So I get thrown. But the game is nice enough to remind me, like, hey, could have pressed one of these buttons to escape. And yeah, that's my replays and tips. You can actually get tips from matches that you've actually played and then practice the scenario. All it told me in that particular fight was that I could have escaped that throw. Other features in the game that pertain to helping you learn Arcade Quest. If you're new to Tekken, I highly recommend you play this mode. And in it, you meet a character called Max. And essentially, right, we're here because I've completed this mode already. But what's really cool is that you have various tutorials. Run tutorial, here we go. Look at all of these things. Right? Tell me again about basic controls. What were heat and rage again? What is a rage art? What are heat burst and heat smash? Tell me about simple combos that use heat. It's difficult to get up after being downed. Teach me about tornado. So that is like after you hit people with a certain attack, they can be spinning through the air. They call that tornado, and basically you can certain follow-up moves will connect in an air combo. So that's what that tutorial is about. I've explained Power Crush a bit, but the game does as well. Teach me about low attacks and throws. What is heat dash? What is punishment techniques? Now, the bit of explanation earlier in the stream that I butchered regarding the frame data, that's the tutorial to play that will explain it a lot better than I did. What are the main techniques and homing attacks? What is rank? How do matches held in the machine differ? I'm assuming they mean the arcade machines of Arcade Quest. What's head out? What's ghost? Yeah, so the head out thing is talking about the special, the Arcade Quest mode. What are ghosts? Like, this is really cool. I'll show you that next. What is special style? Again, we've covered that. And tell me about recoverable health. So yeah, where we are right now actually is a place where you can download the ghosts of other players and fight against them. So, and you can even get rewards for doing so. So there's this guy called Master. He's actually a Tekken employee, and he is the head of balance for Tekken 8. So let's see if we can defeat his ghost, because basically what ghosts are in Tekken, this is really neat. Anytime you play a game of Tekken 8, whether it be offline against, you know, somebody, an offline versus you and a friend that comes over to your house, or if you're playing online against other players, essentially the game is learning what character you use, what moves you tend to use the most, how you like to move, and it's basically an AI that's learning that. And then it's creating a virtual representation of you and how you play. And then you can fight your own ghost, but get this, so can other players. People can download your ghost if you get far enough online that you're on the leaderboards. You can go to anybody on the leaderboard and download any of that player's ghosts and then practice against it. So right now though, we're playing against Master's Kazuya. And I'm pretty sure if I was playing against the actual Master, he would probably absolutely destroy me at this game. But as you can see, even this AI version is still doing combos and still getting decent damage in if I give him an inch. Hold on, let me just check that my stream is okay because the preview stopped working. Are we good? Are we good? Are we good, stream? Oh, we are. All right. Cool. Oh, I've turned on special style. I didn't mean to do that. So I personally don't use special style because I'm kind of used to the basic control of the game. But yeah, we beat Mission Master. Go us. So yeah, that's Ghost Battle basically. And if I wanted to play my own Ghost, I absolutely can. Let's do that. Your Ghost. Eddie. This is going to be really interesting. And possibly difficult, right? Because I've won quite a few games as Eddie. Let's see what the game has learned about how I play Eddie. And see how tough it's going to be. So it knows the custom I like to pick.
Round 1. Fight.
And even as I fight my own ghost, it's also learning right now. Look at that. Look at those blocks. So this is actually much harder than Mission Master, funnily enough. My ghost just defeated me. Wow, you see? Final round, who's gonna take it? Real me or virtual me? Oh, that was actually a lot closer than I was expecting. But yeah, so you can fight your own ghosts. That's another thing you can do to learn. And like, what else we got? Again, I've shown you where the tutorials are. You just sort of talk to Max and run tutorial. I mean, in that practice mode that we were in before, there's a lot of features in here, right? There's a lot of features, so let's run through just a few more. Just a few of the high-level highlight stuff.
Get ready for the next battle.
When you're looking at the move list, two things I want to point out here. One, you've got main techniques. So rather than learning like the 118 moves and worrying about that for Eddie, you could just look at these main moves and it tells you why they're good, when you should use them. So combo starter and effective on crouching opponents, down forward X. Recommended combos, and here's the cool thing, you can press X on any of these, get a visual demonstration, and if you listen to the noises, you can literally hear the rhythm and timing that the game expects you to press the buttons in. And then you can like practice that. So display while training. Oh, sorry. Let's turn off. Let me make it that this combo is gonna actually hit. Ah! I probably picked something a little too hard for me. But you get the idea, right? Then we have punishment training. So let's just go normal. So it's gonna, Kazuya's gonna do a move, and then it's gonna tell us what we should press and when. And then when we get it right, it's gonna choose a different move. There we go. Ah. So yeah, you can practice punishing. And then you have combo challenges too. So we did that one. If we want a demonstration, focus. So when it says while rising, they mean like when you crouch down and let go of the button. That little bit of animation between you crouching down and going back to standing, they call that rising. So in this case, this is while rising X and then back triangle circle. Okay. Oops. Oh, I pressed some wrong buttons. Ah! So yeah, I don't find this easy, but I'm just showing you as possible. So you can learn combos, punishes, everything you might possibly want and need is in here. You've got sample combos, you've got detailed help for every aspect of the game. You've even got like recommended training. So this is advice on how best to use the practice mode itself. Like everything you could possibly want to know is in here. And what's amazing about all of this is that not all of these features, but much of them were only added in Tekken 8. So the devs are really trying to help people get into the game. And I love that that's the case. Florence, I don't know if you're back yet or not, but basically what I decided to do for you is just carry on with my spiel. And then if you ever decide to watch this back, I highlight the VOD and stuff. I actually need to go. So I'm gonna call this the end of Fighter Friday Session 1. I still plan to be back at 7. And here's the thing, we're either going to co-stream Evo 2024, or play more Tekken 8. And what's going to determine what's going to happen tonight is whether I get an email back from Evo, the Evo staff running the event tonight. Oh, Jarvis, right at the buzzer, man. I was just wrapping up. I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, I gotta go if that's all right. But like I said, I'll be back at 7 p.m. BST, either with more of this, or we're going to be co-streaming Evo 2024, but only if I've got an email back from the Evo staff. Basically, I registered to co-stream it, and I have not heard back yet. And if I haven't heard back, I'm not going to risk it. So, yeah. Either way, we're going to be seeing fighting games later on at the channel, 7 p.m. BST. That's UK time. Hope you've all enjoyed this. And Florence, if you happen to have come back just now from sorting out your guinea pig, basically, if you do decide to, like, look into... Because I basically went through all of the features that help new players. So all the stuff you missed, it's going to be in the VOD of this stream. So if you go to the video tab of my Twitch page, obviously it's not there right now, but after I wrap up this stream, I'm basically going to create the highlight. The most recent highlight will be this stream you were watching. And I don't know how far you got to fast forward to the guinea pig moment. Hang on a minute. 2:18. Okay, so it's basically the last half an hour of the stream. So yeah, Florence, if you happen to be there, here's a link to the VODs. When I make the highlight, it's the last half an hour. But yeah. Oh, now more ads have started. Okay, well listen, I defy my ads. I'm gonna end here. Take care of yourselves and each other. And I'll see you all soon. Is anybody live right now among my friends, family, all that good stuff? Let's have a look. Helga Bean! Yes! We're going to raid into one of my favorite Icelandic streamers, Helga Bean. We're going to do that. So yeah, take care of yourselves and each other. I'll see you tonight for more Tekken or Evo. Bye!